Okay. This I got this from Mike Mullick, and I've had this gun quite a number of years actually. Since I got into other PCPs and what have you, I haven't shot this a lot, but I decided today to take a look at this again, and I'm really kind of glad that I did, because although it's a cheap gun, Chinese, Xisico, 22 caliber, XS60C or something like that. I'm not, yeah, XS60C. Bolt action. Pretty easy. It's a 1500 PSI gun. I pump it up with a hand pump. Takes only about 8 or 10 strokes on a hand pump to get this thing up to 1500. So it's a really low effort gun, and you don't have to, and you can deal with these guns with the hand pump very easily. Like I said, it's only a few shots that it takes to, I mean a few pumps it takes to get it filled. And earlier, I have two of these guns. I had another one that didn't seem to be holding air. I'm going to look into it. It's a 25 caliber. That gun's been modified. The barrel's been cut right around here on that gun. We'll try and get into that tomorrow or the next day, whenever we have time again to get back out here and do some shooting. But some of the features of this gun. Now remember, this is a cheap gun. But speaking of cheap, okay, open sights. This is the target. I don't know how well you can see this target right here, but when I first started sighting in at that range, I shot a little high. I got two off to the side here, off the bowl. Then I got 1, 2, 3, looks like 4, maybe 5, 6. Oh, the video, I mean, you'll see it on the video. 5, 6, and then there's one here. I don't remember, this was either my first shot or my last shot. I don't quite remember now on that. Or maybe it was there before I even put this target up, actually. Anyway, the video had it on there. I don't quite remember. But this is open sights at 30 yards. And I'm quite happy with this type of group, with this type of gun. You know, I'm a hunter, and I use my air gun training and stuff not only just for fun, you know, stress release. I don't drink, don't smoke, don't do any of those things. But you got to do something. You know, I can't skin dive anymore. My ears are gone. Flying has created some other issues for me too in that result. But you look at the sights on this gun, very coarse. And you look at them that way. I know I shouldn't have this barrel pointed at me, but gun is unloaded, fired, nothing in there. But very coarse sight. But one of the things that I really like about these sights is that I would replace these sights, or I would replace any of the other sights that I have on any of my other guns with this sight. This is so easy to adjust, so easy for windage and thing. It's click adjustable, clear. I really love this sight. Too bad they're not sights like this aren't available on every gun. I know most guns today come out, they're all PCP, and well, this is too, but they're all PCP, and they're high value, and everybody's using scopes, and it just I've never shot a scope in my life. I've used red dots. I have several guns that require red dot. My Marauder, I have an ASP-50 or ASP-20 red dot also. I hate a red dot. I prefer an open sight. But it's what you got, so you have to learn to use it. You have to learn how to shoot it. And I'm learning how to shoot red dots, and I'll be talking about that someday too. But in this case here, I'm fairly, 30 yards, open sights, cheap gun. Been reliable. This gun has not failed. I mean, it is this shot. Crossman, on the other hand, I've had my Crossman not anywhere near as long as I've had this. That was a Crossman Nitro Venom, break barrel. That gun failed. I had another Crossman fail on me too. I have a Benjamin pump, which I'm going to be talking about tomorrow, and maybe the ASP-20 as well tomorrow. But the Benjamin and the ASP-20, I'm going to be doing a little bit about that and do a little shooting with them too. But I like simple guns. Simple for me, low maintenance. Anybody who says that cheap guns aren't accurate doesn't know what they're talking about, actually. It's the function of the gun that goes into the expense. It's just like FX and some of these others that are out there. The actions on those things are smooth as glass, and that's what you're paying for. But you can get a gun to shoot, with rubber bands, actually, almost. So, the quality of most firearms, the most meaningful quality is, how's the barrel? How does that barrel treat the bullet? That's the most important thing to me in a gun. Having guns that are very smooth, very easy to operate, that operate like glass, like FX and some of the others. I've never shot an FX, but I know people who've shot them, who've had them, who marvel at FX. I think they're great. I'm a Hudson fan. Well, not a Hudson fan necessarily, except the first of the PCPs that I got to really enjoy shooting and were very, very accurate was the BT-65, and I'll be talking about that as we go along here as well. That introduced me to Hudson. The other gun, Sam Yang, is the other one. I bought a Sam Yang Recluse. Single shot. That is an awesome gun. There's a lot of things that, different about that gun, that, but that gun, accurate and power, beyond belief. Great gun. But I have another Sam Yang too, and it's a Sumatra 25. I actually shot that this morning for a few minutes, and but there was church next door, and it was getting kind of loud, so I stopped that. But during the day when there's nobody around next door, I'm next to a church, and so I don't like to interrupt them too often during their services if I can help it. So anyway, here it is, Xisico XS60C. I believe that there's a upgraded version to this, a 770 or 700 or something like that. Mike Mellick. I would definitely recommend anybody who's interested in a good value. I consider this a great value gun, air gun, for the money. I paid about $200, I think, for this gun, maybe a little bit less. And I got the other one, a 25 caliber. That was an experimental gun that I got from Mike Mellick. They had cut the barrel on that thing. We're trying to do some experiments with, barrel length and so forth. I bought that gun from him for $100. That gun is really loud though. So I don't know, but we might come out here and do something with that gun as well. Inexpensive. Mike Mellick is a great guy. If you're into accurate air guns and you don't have a lot of money, that is a great place to start, in my opinion. There's nothing about this gun that I don't like, or maybe there's some things that I don't like. I just don't care. There's nothing here that with this gun, with this air gun, that I would consider a challenge. There are other guns that I have that I don't shoot because they are challenging in one way or another. This gun is a gun that, for 15 or 20 pumps, you're shooting for a half an hour, and 15 or 20 pumps take you 30 seconds, and you get back to shooting again. That would be the only gripe that I have with this gun. But really it's not a gripe, because I can hand pump this thing. I can take this gun with me anywhere. It's really easy to get filled up. No, I take that back. I love this gun just the way it is. It suits the purpose for what it was designed for. And I think it does it in an excellent fashion. Anyway, you guys may be laughing at this target. 30 yards, open sights. This is me. I'm happy. So, all right. Talk to you later.